This episode of the Block Pass is brought to you by Black Diamond MX, premier sponsor of Hardline MX, specializing in premium graphics for motocross, snowcross, and much more. Check them out on blackdiamondmx.com. Look good,
We're used
ride
to
good.
that. Hey, this is Matt Williamson with Hardline MX for a special episode of the Block Pass. We've got Jackie Riess and Guy Ohland, both with us here today. So, Guy, you're the basically the voice of Spring Creek, have been for how long now?
About 15 years been stuck in the tower.
Been stuck in the tower. At least it expanded for you. You've got a little bit of a new addition in it.
Yeah, it's getting better. We're getting better. I'm just waiting for the hot tub to show up and we'll be fine.
I think I saw them pulling that in today, but I think it's gonna be a little while. So Jacqueline, you've been racing for a while. I've been watching you since you were on 50s. Talk to us. How's it been? And you're kind of into it again today at women's class. So how many years have you been racing?
I've been racing since I was 4 years old, so 16 years.
So you guys have been in the industry about the same amount of time, and I'm only about 10 years into it. So, started riding in 01, but didn't really start doing what I'm doing until probably 2007. So this is my 10-year anniversary kind of thing.
Happy anniversary, man.
Well, thank you. It's great.
So out for a nice dinner somewhere by yourself?
Yeah, I'll have a pint of beer at Janowski's or something like that maybe, and enjoy that. So talk to us about the day, Guy. How many did we actually get an official number from Spring Creek?
891 total with 125 back on the little track.
It's crazy.
This is the biggest, this is a record for the Memorial Weekend we've had. And the only thing that's outdone us on numbers has been the Pro National Amateur Day, and that was quite a few years ago. So this has been just a stellar day. Got through everything just fine. Knock on wood, we didn't have any major injuries, no medical runs. I mean, there were some injuries, but nothing too serious. So everybody seemed to get by real good, and the track held up. So we're real happy.
So tell us a little bit about what he's kind of hinting at. So women's class, second moto, correct? There was a pretty tight hole shot between you and Kristen Up, a good friend of yours, and actually Hardline too. What the heck happened? Like literally, I was taking pictures of the whole shot, and you two are right there. The next shot, it's Jacqueline kind of jumping just a little bit ahead, and then I paused it to kind of reset the camera. The next few shots of the group behind you, all I see is Jacqueline's legs in the air. We're gonna clip some of this in here. Like it is no joke. Like actually thought we're Airlington's people out of here. It was scary. Right?
Yeah, it was like a replay of Memorial Day weekend, like 3 years ago when Claire broke her femur. Same thing. Krista just comes in, she swaps down the straightaway, and I'm like on the side of the track trying to avoid it, and didn't. Hit her bike, went flying, and I think Sophie got caught up in that too. Yeah. And another girl, Michaela, she came straight in, and
there was it was scary. It was scary. I thought, I didn't know what to think. Like I'm up in the berm, you're in the tower, probably just seeing a bunch of people down all of a sudden.
Actually, I just looked down to let our track person know it's part of my game. Is after that to start. Okay, we got women's moto number 18 off and running. I just looked down to grab the radio, look up just in time to see wheels and feet going through the air.
Yeah,
and I hate seeing that. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and I always, especially there after that start,
Right.
I know you guys are struggling trying to win that Pro Card gift card.
Right. That was going on today too. We had Tim Bernlower here with ProCart, and a lot of good hole shot awards on both tracks. There was some hard fought battles in the little track today for that hole shot. We had people pushing each other wide, and I'm like, is this a pro national race? We have Colin McGaw, kind of go a little wide, pushing the other kids up, and it's been a really good day for competition.
Yep.
And like Guy was giving us a hint today too, the turnout was insane. And
insane.
the weather, I guess as a rider, how did the track hold up today? I mean, it got dusty in a few locations, but was it bad?
No, it was like normal busy with like twice as many people.
Okay.
Like normal bumps, Millville
mean.
Millville mean,
but you gotta be tough.
It's amazing, it gets a reputation as a national track of getting the deep ruts, the sand wash being an unstoppable force that you just kind of muscle your way through, and then you throw in when you see that on an amateur day, like how the track did hold up really good today,
right? But
it was good in the sense of almost being similar to like a pro national. Like there was so much, wheels pounding and.
Well, one thing I don't know if you know this now, but there was within the area last week there was over 6 inches of rain. We had tremendous washouts down here. There's so much sub moisture in the soil. That's why it is so soft. And I don't know if you notice a lot of square edged holes were starting to form too.
Yeah.
And you haven't probably seen them in a few years since down here. Now they're starting to come back, and that's because it was so soft.
Right.
There was so much underneath there, it was so soft. Plus the numbers. I mean, it's just amazing the amount of riders we had today. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's amazing. Like you look at the pits, and I'll have to kind of ride through. I was hoping to do a drone shot. I might still do one today, but it's been so windy that I just don't want to get the seasick,
Right.
Seasick look. She gets sensitive about the seasick, my camera movements and stuff. So, I guess one thing we got to say too is like after all that, you lined up again, and we're right there with first place.
Yeah.
Again, what got into you? Just no pain, no gain, just go for it.
Just, I've never quit a race, and I never
That's
will.
awesome.
You gotta
That's
finish
awesome.
them.
That's awesome.
Right.
So,
Yeah, if you can, that was like a thing with us riding with Kerbers. Is like, if you're obviously not in the need to get hospitalized, you get back on the bike and you conquer what kicked you.
Our motto was that the bones aren't showing, you better keep going.
Right. I can see that. I've seen Brett. He's on a cane. No, actually no.
Bones aren't showing, you better keep going. Pain is temporary, pride is forever.
So you're not sure if you're racing tomorrow. It's going to depend on the bruises. She's got a lot of bruises. We would show you, but we don't want to. If you're eating, we don't
Ruin
want
your meals.
We don't want to ruin your meals here at Hardline, and especially the guests. We want to be able to invite people back and everything
Yeah,
too.
the bones aren't showing, they're just displaced pretty good, but they're not popped out
Right.
of the skin.
Yep. She's
No, that was really an ugly crash. I mean, you guys are lucky to get up from that. I mean,
Yeah.
that was ugly.
Yeah, I mean, you don't usually see bikes flip in the air, and with legs too.
I got to ask you, you were in front when this went down. When you hit the ground, did you start thinking about everybody coming over you then? I mean, did that go through your mind, or that just happened so fast and then it was over? I mean,
Yeah.
I would think I'd be going, holy moly.
I sat up and I saw the grass, and I was like, I'm going for the grass, and then I looked over and there's someone else coming at me. And
Yeah.
I was like, ah!
Yeah, I don't know who that was that came up last, but yeah, that was like, it was unavoidable, but
Yeah,
it was
Yeah.
just one of those scenarios. But you never want to see that, but it is nice to have a success story. We're really hoping Krista and everybody else is doing well.
Right.
I mean, that's what it all comes down to. Like, yes, it's competition. Yes, we want to get the whole shot. Yes, we want to win. But at the same time,
End of the
you
day.
guys all hang out.
They're our
Like,
friends.
yeah,
They're my friends.
we were all up here yesterday for the grad party, and like I saw everyone chatting back and forth.
That's what I love. That's why seriously, I love the women's class. I love watching it because you girls go out there, you just go tooth and nail. But after the race, it's like, hey,
Best friends.
let's go do something. Hey, want to go hang
Right.
out?
There's no helmet grabbing, and
Not a whole lot.
not a whole lot of that.
No, it's always, I always love that. It's such once you guys leave the gate, you're riding hard, but you're not doing the cheap shots, and then you guys are friends when you come off the track. I've always thought that was really cool, and it's so fun watching the women's class grow too. I mean, I remember 15 years ago when there was no women's class.
Yeah.
We had Shelly Kahn was the only girl out here, and then Kristen
Oh, yeah.
came up, and then she
Oja
started.
was, yeah, and then
now,
Amy Hood would come down from Canada, so you'd have a Oja Hood, and you'd have
right.
some really tough battles here and at Elko too. I mean,
Right.
Elko, they got really, it was bar to bar.
Yep. Yep.
And it's kind of funny because there wasn't that much of a women's class, so they were dropped with I think it was Vet B back then, and those two would actually beat a lot of the B riders,
Wow.
even though they were the second drop. So
Right.
so that's always been fun because honestly, watching you grow up, you're kind of following in Oja's footsteps. I'm sure you remember watching her when you were really little. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
wow, she's just flying. And unfortunately, we don't see her or Nick really at the track anymore. But
No, it's like, come time, everybody, maybe it'll come around. I mean, Shelly Kahn hadn't been around for how long? In 10 years, and last summer she came back and started.
Yeah.
Going fast.
Yeah.
Going fast and, like she said, puking along.
So talk to us a little bit, since we got Guy here, with all the stuff going on in Spring Creek. One thing that I like to hear, and what it seems to be really the Martins like that, is just the aspect of safety. A lot of people don't get that. You guys really take that seriously. I don't think this track really has a reputation of being ultra dangerous. It has the capability to with all the elevation change, but
Yeah.
what kind of goes through all the different meetings and stuff when you guys talk about
Oh,
it?
it's amazing. I mean, that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize, that Johnny Martin was a national champion hare scrambles. He's got more time behind the handlebars than most of us have on the earth. And he knows, I mean, he's very competitive, but he knows what it takes, and he also knows that he can't be hurting people. And so he's got to have his customers come back. So whenever there's something on the track, we try to address it as soon as possible. We got 50 radios going at all times.
Yeah.
We know always, people don't realize how much conversation goes on behind the scenes. We know what's going on. I hate being the bad guy constantly telling people, yellow flag rules, can't be standing up in the back of the rhinos.
You're the only one with the microphone at the time. I mean, I don't think they'd want to hear some of the stuff going on the radio because
Oh, yeah, there's some.
You've actually kind of toned it down. Some of the stuff that they say is we can't
Yeah,
see
you know,
here either.
And that's our primary goal. We want everybody to have fun. I mean, you know, like when you went down. I mean, our first thing, we're on the radar right away. We stopped. There was another drop coming behind you. That guy stopped right away. It wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
We red flagged the race. Technically, you shouldn't have been going back to the line because you were part of the red flag incident.
Well,
AMA rules. But we didn't. No, but that's part of the deal, though. I mean, it's right away. The first thing is the rider okay in the track? You know, you guys are laying in the track. That was the first thing. First thing we do is get up there, stop the race coming on, get right behind them. I mean, that's our foremost thing down here: is to keep everybody safe and happy.
so what are we thinking for tomorrow? Registration's already open. Obviously, when we put this up, it's going to obviously be past the weekend. But what are you expecting? You think we're going to have a good turnout again tomorrow?
Oh, very good. I mean, typically we lose probably about 25-30%. Everybody gets going home, you know.
Yeah,
But
some of the people have long drives.
one thing I noticed today that was really unusual, if you look down through our list, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but a lot of our riders that were here, first-time riders, a lot of youth riders were here, and a lot of Iowa, Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin, Illinois. I mean, a lot of those. I was really kind of surprised the variety we picked up today. And I think a lot of people are going to hang out for the weekend, you know.
The dynamic was weird because talking with Greta Martin, one of the co-owners, we were chatting this morning, and she was kind of baffled. It's like, why are there so many youth riders? And I'm like, well, a lot of the people doing the regional have younger brothers and sisters, but it's not even that. Like, looking at the roster, like, unless they're cousins or something, they're not related to anyone that I don't think are going to be in the regional. So
there were a lot of names I have not seen before or seen in a long time that came up.
Right.
Which really surprised me. Really good, though.
it was good to see. I mean, he's been back for a while, but Jimmy Pavoni moved back up here from Indiana, so he and his clan were here. We had the typical. Actually, you've been bringing Philip Mouse here more often too. That's actually good to see. I've known him usually races like the northern tracks stuff like that. So I think it speaks well for the stuff you guys are doing in Spring Creek, just kind of making this feel more family oriented.
That's what we're trying to do. It's a family event, I mean, they're all coming. You little kid coming here. I mean, I brought my kids here when they were here. My youngest son, he wasn't into racing as much. He'd rather go swimming. He'd race one moto, win it, and then go swim in the creek for the second moto.
Sometimes you take a camera out too, and
Yeah. I mean, that's our deal. We want to keep it a family deal. Tomorrow we got candy bar bingo. So if you want to come up and play candy bar bingo, you can.
She'll just
had crafts going today. No, in all seriousness, I mean, it's a family event down here. I think that really makes a big difference. Like tonight we got Tony Schimmel down there. It's his playing mix it up DJs going down there. Something to do, have some fun, not just a hole in the wall.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess as a rider, women's class, do you have any advice for someone like the young girls that are? There's a lot of them back there on that mini track right now, and I know a lot of them look up to you. In fact, I've seen. I got to get better about this. When
you're shorter.
Yeah. when you're trackside, I'm trying to get better about trackside of getting pictures of people watching racers. But you do. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but you do have a lot of younger girls that race the mini track that are out watching your guys' class.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would your advice be to them? Like, you've been in this for a while and you're not slowing down, despite legs in the air earlier today. You went back out and still pretty close to taking the checkers again today. What do you have to say to them?
Stick with it. I mean, it gets hard. I went to college. Now I'm kind of in the middle, like, what am I going for? But stick with it. Don't let the boys scare you.
Right.
I raced with boys until, I don't know, I was like 13.
Oh, I remember seeing you knock kids off Jordan Supercross. There were boys when she was younger in tears because they got beat by a girl. It's like,
sorry.
You know what?
That's why I don't race her.
Right. And one of those practices, it was me she passed up. And went, really? Jackie, I've known you since you're on 50s and you're just going to run me off the track? No, it's fine.
Sorry.
No, like I said, that's a really cool thing. Young kids want right up to you. I don't know if you guys realize that, but how much these kids really do look up to you girls up there. I mean, it's really cool. It's
right.
Really.
It's been neat to see, like, especially when you have a day like today, where there's a lot of you out there, and a lot of more back and forth than normal. It's like there's more just general spectators, which is nice to see. It's not like, this class. Let's go. I'm gonna go have some coffee now. It's like there's people will stick out. I've seen parents of they don't even have girls. They're just out watching the race, and I think that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of I don't know. I don't want to sound like CNN, but gender diversity in the racing. I think that's.
Let's find our safe place.
Yeah. Where's the safety word? But seriously, it's cool to see you back out here. It's cool to see just everything. Just the sport is doing well, and hopefully we continue it this year. So. Any final words, Guy, for the people?
Looking for tomorrow. It's going to be a great time. Another great race. Hope you're up feeling. I mean, that was a pretty ugly get off. We'll see you in the morning if you do the old look like me in the morning. Look like the Tin Man.
I think she was eyeing up the ice chest as we were walking up here. Like, I think she wants to climb in there.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day tomorrow. I mean, the weather's supposed to be real nice again. It's
Yep.
going to be great competition. So hopefully everybody comes on down. You know, it's a great time.
Well, I appreciate everyone's time. Thanks, guys, for watching. Obviously, mixed in with this video, we're going to show a couple of shots of Jackie's crash, but keep tuned. We got a couple of the Whole Shot Award winners. We're going to talk to some of these guys. We already talked to some of the mini track riders. Going to try to track down some riders today and tomorrow morning and talk about day one racing and hopefully some more footage from both days. So thanks for watching, and thank you, you two, for taking some time. So.
But the real question is, do you like my hat?
No, it doesn't say. Where's your number?
The Hemlock Hat Company.
They're nice.
Looks dapper.
Well, you got to thank your sponsor for that hat, by the way.
Angela John.
There we go.
Hat.
She's always doing everything.
She's the bomb.
Yeah, she is. Well, thank you very much, everyone.
All right.